Next we have to do some problems based on the vectors. First question is the magnitude of the resultant of two vectors. Here resultant meaning the sum of two vectors whose magnitudes are 3 unit and the 4 unit, and the sum is or the resultant is 5 unit. What is the angle between the vectors? We know that if the two vectors are P and Q, say this is P and this vector is Q, then their resultant is given by the diagonal of the parallelogram, and this vector is R. And magnitude of vector R is given by square root of P square, where P is the magnitude of vector P, Q square plus 2PQ cos theta. Theta is the angle between vectors P and Q. Or we can write it is R square equal to P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta. Here by observation we can see that the sum of the two vectors which have the magnitude 3 and 4 is having the magnitude 5. So 5 square we can write it is 3 square plus 4 square. That means these 3, 4, 5 form the sides of a right angle triangle. Therefore, for resultant 5 square equal to it is 3 square plus 4 square plus, and the remaining term should be 0 as per the question. If this remaining term is 0, it means because P and Q are the vectors, so these are having the non-zero magnitudes, it means cos theta will be 0, and cos theta meaning 0, it implies that theta is equal to pi by 2. Hence angle between the vectors P and Q should be pi by 2. Option B is the correct option. Next question is the magnitude of the resultant, again resultant meaning the sum of the two equal vectors. Suppose vector P is equal to vector Q in magnitudes is equal to the magnitude of either vector, and resultant of these two vectors, that means sum of these two vectors have the also the same magnitude. That means vector R equal to vector P equal to vector Q in terms of magnitude. What is the angle between the two vectors? If these three vectors are of equal magnitude and we represent these vectors in terms of the sides of a triangle, then they will form a equilateral triangle. So if this vector is P, another vector is Q, then the third side will represent the resultant of these two vectors P and Q. This R is equal to P plus Q. That means angle is 60 degree, being the equilateral triangle. Now we have to find the angle between the two vectors. Because for the angle between the two vectors, we know the vectors should be originated from the same point, then angle between them is theta, it is the angle between the vectors, or they should be terminated at the same point, then their angle is the angle between these two vectors. Here if we check the P and Q, these are not originating or terminating at the same point, therefore we extend this vector P, and now this direction, this vector P which is in same direction but of equal magnitude, it also equivalent to this vector P, and now these two vectors P and Q are in the originating from the same point, so angle between these two vectors is the angle between the vectors, and this angle is 120 degree. Hence the option C is the correct option.